Yeah. That's great. That's great. And you got back to work when, this week?
Yes, yes, but we will do full month of work from home because we have a bit of kind of wave two in Thailand. They got many migrants from Myanmar,
Oh,
and we have more cases right now. So
oh,
they try to it's not a lockdown, but they try to close many places for at least 1 month, and so we
okay.
don't go to office.
Hmm.
I'm sad. I like
Yeah,
to go to office, in fact.
yeah, me too. I miss it. Yeah, good. Well, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Hi, Lorraine. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Good.
Hello,
Happy New
Lorraine.
Year.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really
Uh,
got much for you this morning, just kind of first week back in work. So I just thought I would join, see if there was any new things or anything you wanted to show us, but I haven't
yeah.
got anything new for the session this week.
Okay. Yeah. I have a couple of things that I wanted to show just on the new release that went out.
Okay.
I think it was last Sunday. Um, I think the first one that I think is really very useful is essentially a barcode generator within the app. So you can use any input you like from Tulip. So whether it's a Tulip table, an app variable, or a static value, you can just input it here, and then you have a barcode widget now that that you can use and kind of modify as you like, and it's really useful, for like lots of different use cases. But here you can see essentially, I'll just start from the beginning again. Um, embed, and then the very last thing here is barcode. So you put it in, you ask you to pick a data source. So you can select, like I was saying, variable to a table record or static value. So in this case, if I just do variable, then I can see all the variables within my app. I'll select the barcode one, which is what this input here is tied to. So variable barcode. And then if I go back, and again, it's, updates the barcode in real time. And of course, I think there's lots of different use cases for this, but for example, one that I've been hearing multiple times, just kind of handoff. So say you have a process that then needs to hand off to shipping or something. There's like an assembly process, needs to go to QC. And this is a very good way to get two apps to communicate to one another. So at the end of the assembly app, you can simply put a barcode with the ID that was being worked on, and then with the quality one, you can just scan it and get started from there. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm happy to see this widget. Huh? I was
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
that for a long time, but yeah, in fact, in real life, I still use my connector because I like to keep the image in a table, and I'm
Oh,
not sure we can do it with this widget because we don't have a. It will not create a variable, an image variable.
no, yeah.
Yes,
Um, okay, I understand. And is saving this information in the table not enough?
yes, it could be enough. It could be enough. It could be
Yeah,
enough.
because
It,
even if you regenerate it in the future, it will still be the same. You know.
it could be enough.
Um, yeah, I think the only limitation right now is that it only supports barcode type 128, which is the standard one, but it doesn't do QR code just yet.
Uh,
Yeah. Um,
but
but
it's
yeah,
useful. Huh?
yeah, I think it's yeah, no, it's pretty useful. I mean, it's yeah. So yeah, that was the first thing. The next thing that I wanted to share is this analysis, and actually it was posted by a user on community. So Ryan asked, "Hey, I'm trying to create analytics for average completions per hour by user." Um, so I posted something. I haven't actually heard back from Ryan, but essentially it's a pretty simple analysis, but I just realized that we don't really cover them in office hours that much, so I thought it would be interesting. This is a pretty simple analysis. You know what? I'll just get started again. Actually, I'll do it from from scratch, so I can just go in here, embed analysis. Oh, where did it go? Okay, there it is. Create a new analysis. So this one is process cycle time by user. So I can select this one. So then I can just change, instead of process cycle time, I'll change it to count of completions. So just keep the x-axis user count of, sorry, I thought it was this app that had completions, but I guess not. But anyways, it's user count of completions, and then the comparison here will be user, save and close. And yeah, sorry, I thought it was this app here that I had completions for, but oh, I do. So what was I doing wrong? Let me see here. Okay, so I guess I had the wrong date. Selection. So wanted average completions per hour by user. So here we can select hour. So one thing that people often kind of, and actually this is brought up in yesterday's office hours, is that we can very easily switch the x-axis by using this button. So it makes it really easy. You know, if your data is presented to you like this, where essentially you have the x-axis the user and the y-axis the hour, and it just pretty hard to understand what's going on here. You can just switch them, and so you see as the day goes along the number of completions by the different users. Are either of you guys using analyses within your apps already, or you make use of that portion of the platform?
No, not yet.
Okay. But do you have completions within your apps, or do you have tables that you can use, I imagine, for have data in them that would be useful to visualize?
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, I think it's like most things with Tulip, if you spend some time with it, you'll realize that pretty quickly you can build pretty complex and useful things. So the nice thing about analysis is that once you create it, I mean, I think the first nice thing is that it stays up to date as the app completes, so you don't have to worry about running reports or anything. It's just always up to date. And then you can also create dashboards. So essentially, you can have a collection of analyses, and then once you do that, you can share it. So by default, it's not shared. Then once you click share, it creates a URL that you can share with people, even if they don't have an account within your Tulip instance. You can share it with them, and they can access the information. Okay, so yeah, are there any other questions on analyses?
No.
No. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to share was email validation, and I can't remember if we went over it in this office hours. I know we went over it in the other one, but essentially it's just a pretty simple way to check what the information that is being entered. So here we're asking for an email, and I'll show you here what this button looks like. It's essentially goes and it checks the information that is being input. So the email variable matches a regular expression. And this one I just copied from the internet. It's found a regular expression for an email. And if it matches that, then we store green in the color, else we store red. This is kind of similar if you're like filling out a form online, I don't know, to buy an airplane ticket or something. Ask you for the phone number, and you need to make sure that it is actually a phone number. You didn't just put a data entry error. So then if it matches, so it's some characters with an @ symbol, and with the domain, with a with an email host and a domain, then it matches and it turns to green. Yeah, and this is the community post that started it. Yeah, does that make sense? Any questions on that?
No.
Yeah. You guys already use validation on your inputs?
a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit. But we did this point together. I remember Gio on regex.
Okay, we covered it. Okay, yeah.
I remember because for me, I use it quite a bit for batch number. Each company they have a different format, and I use it.
Oh yeah. Now that you say that, I remember. Yeah. Yeah. So it's quite good. You know, I don't know if I shared this with you already, but I heard of a user who built a way that essentially when boxes come in, they have barcodes that have I can't remember how many, but like 4 or 5 barcodes that have, the work order number, the quantity, the shipping number, like a bunch of different information. And instead of asking the user to scan in a specific order, exactly, they can scan in any order, and then they just put the regex on the device. So essentially, if it's, I don't know, a 5-digit number, they know that it's a quantity. If it's this, and then they just save it in the right place. And then once they have all the inputs, then they let the person continue. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. It was actually, it's a good way to like foolproof apps, make sure that the right data is being entered. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. Do you have a question?
No. I'm trying to figure out where we left together. So I'm trying to think 2 weeks ago where I was. So I'm pretty much thinking.
Yeah.
Because I didn't prepare topics for today,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no worries. And one interesting thing is that I don't know if you saw, I tagged you in the community post for the
forms.
Yeah, for the forum, exactly.
Forms.
Triggers, yeah. So that's good because I remember, I think 2 weeks ago we were speaking about that, asking about copying forms. So that's
they fixed. We could not copy triggers in forms, and yes, I needed it for signature. I just use signature form. The other one I don't use anymore.
Oh, the regular form you just don't use anymore. Okay.
No, I don't. I don't. Input are better, and I can display it nicely.
Yeah.
So I just use signature.
Okay.
I still have a problem with my signature. Maybe I will post something because it's weird that we cannot save. We cannot save in a table a signature, and we need to find some workaround. And if for me, if I need to sign one time, one app, I will put a signature step at the end before completion, and I can keep, for example, I can keep in my table who is the login user and the sign-in date. This I can keep. But if I want to make someone else do a second operator approve again, and then he needs to log in, so in fact, in my use cases, I create separated app that are signature app, and that's why I can manage, and I can know who will connect, who will sign in, and I will capture this name. But I cannot directly, if 2 different people sign my app, there is no good way to keep their names, both names.
But what about creating a user type field in the table and saving that?
So user will select his name?
So basically in here like this. Okay, so then if I open up this table, having a user type field, so say you can have multiple, and then here you can just say, okay, on step exit, or on here you can just add a trigger and say, oh wait, 1 second, sorry. Oh, okay, so you're saying you can't extract whoever signs here?
Exactly. I will be able to extract the login user. So that's one. And for the second one, I need a separate app where they will pass the tablet, they will sign off, they will sign in, and they will do it again, sign, and then this I can keep. I cannot make it continuous.
Yeah, maybe one way you could do it is if you, before, like you select the user, so you embed the table with the users. So then the person comes in here, selects their user, they go to next, and then in here you check that
it's the same.
Exactly, yeah.
It could be. Mm-hmm. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
But yeah,
it depends. I in fact I do this for several companies, and for some use case, they like that it's separated, because they will not sign at the same time. The first operator and the supervisor maybe they will sign 1 hour later.
Yeah.
So they like it, but some other company they would like it to make it more continuous, more seamless.
Yeah.
So it depends, and some, okay, I also have one company, they scan operator, they have a batch ID with QR code, and in fact they use this, so they don't use user data field, they use a text field, and they scan their ID to they don't use signature, they use a badge ID, and they scan badge ID, which is another workaround.
Yeah. Yeah. But then you save that information in a table, or do you just save it in the completions?
Save it in the table. Yeah, I save the text.
Okay. The text. Okay. Yeah.
So yes, but it's, I don't know. It can work, but it's if for me, I can feel it's weird that we cannot keep. And we see in the completion table, we see it's nice, the signature. There is a name, the date, but we cannot do it in a. It's a difficult topic. I believe, but
yeah, I think it may be worth it to post in community, because I think it would be useful. I think you're right. It's to access this information here in the to save. So
that's it. Yes, after I remember I posted a few weeks ago a lot about widget, the history widget. So I don't know if Lauren is working in a GMP regulated industry, but just for your information, Lauren, for me, I work mostly with a pharma company, biotech, so that's why I'm a bit focused on this.
No problem.
But so yes, all of my pod they are for a history widget, data integrity, and this kind of problem to solve for customers. And one of the problem I get, but in the end, I'm using a table analysis, because the history widget right now we cannot
change the order.
We cannot change the order. I did a few tricks. Maybe I can show you something to make it smaller, because at the moment, if we don't put any filter, we have all the different modification that has been done on a table record. Something. I don't know where I put it. Yes, I created some filters, in fact.
Oh.
And also for the filters, it was not very smooth. Huh? It was not really smooth, because, for example, I'm not sure. Cannot start. No, I cannot share with you. You cannot.
Oh, you want to stop sharing?
Yeah. I don't know if I should share this also on community. because
Yeah, this here is recorded, by the way. Yeah.
it is recorded. For the to filter my my widget, I'm using a field here, and okay, I need to remember how it works. Okay, it's a bit weird. Huh? It's not very smooth because the only filters I can do are on datetime. Okay, and I can only put, so I don't have a lot of choice. Huh? Datetime is after or is before. So thing is a variable that will fetch 7 days before to create 1 week. Yeah. 1 week. And to do so, I found it on the support. Huh? I found some cool info. I'm doing something. I have a variable called 7 days. It's 7 days in seconds.
Oh yeah.
And I'm using this expression to take the current date and time. I remove 7 days multiplied by hours multiplied by 60, and I will get my filter.
Yeah.
So I first I was looking, okay, I was looking for a filter like 7 days or something like daytime. Just select 7 days, select 1 month.
Like kind of like the way you can do with analyses.
Yes, the kind of I was looking for this kind of field like in analysis. I was surprised to see, okay, I did it homemade, and I can see my variables. It's here. 7 days. It's it's in second.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found it in the support. Huh? There is something in Tulip support.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the prettiest, let's say, of solution, but it always kind of, oh, there it is. Yeah, 604,000 seconds. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, you're right. It should be easier, like drag and drop, select from a single select thing. But I think for the seconds for now, like it typically does work pretty well, and
it does work. It does work. It does work. But in the end, I'm using this. After some talk, I'm using an analysis, like the whole. It's what I was doing previously before getting the widget.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's maybe more clear for operator that are used to table. They prefer this.
Okay. And is this completion or is this table?
It's completion.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
completion.
Perfect.
It's completion, and it's it's really the same, but I'm trying to use this widget, but at the moment I cannot sell it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah. If you have more feedback, Florian, like you said, it's he's on the team that is developing this, so you can communicate directly with him, and he's French as well.
Yes, he answered to me. Yeah, he answered to me.
Yeah.
Philo French. We are everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Oh, no. I don't have much to share. I'm thinking.
Yeah. No, this is great. Yeah.
And yes, and
oh, yeah,
fighting with Microsoft API cannot do it. It's not working. It's not working.
You got the OAuth 2.0, right, on your instance?
Yes. So you change it. Oops. So far I have we have one connector to fetch a token.
Okay, and it's working?
Try to set. I think this one is working. This one is working. Oh, I have okay, you should not see that. You should not. I think I should not share there is some client key inside. But this one is working. But once I get my token and I use it in, can I get that? I should use it in my second trigger. Whoops. And in my second trigger, well, I try many things. If I just copy it here, it's not working. In fact, I don't really know how I will be able to do this link. It is not my main problem, but I'm not exactly sure how I will be able to copy my token directly in my second connector.
Yeah. You have the documentation open for the API, because I thought, and there's so many, now I'm starting to get them all confused, all the different APIs, but I didn't think that it needed to be like a round trip of like get the token, get it back, and then send it again. I thought it could all be done directly.
In one.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's Microsoft, but I'm not 100% sure.
So what are you saying about documentation on Microsoft API? I don't.
No. So I didn't think, based on what I remember, I didn't think you had to do like get the token and then send it back. Like I thought with OAuth 2.0, you just did it all in one step. You know, you put your credentials, and it avoided the need to have to do that round trip with the access token.
Yes, it's also what I'm a bit looking, and I'm wondering. But I'm really not expert in this authentication. But so you said for me now I have more choice here.
Yeah.
For authentication, and I can see in admin.
Okay. Yeah.
Here I tried. It's not working.
Huh. Post. Okay. And then if you go back to the connector, sorry.
In fact, here I'm not sure what to put. For the access token URL, this I'm really not sure. Client ID, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Client secret as well. Scope also. And for code URL.
No, I think it's right. But you see, like the error message was that you sent a get, whereas you can only use post. If you go to the next tab over.
I think I close it.
Yeah. Oh, you close it. Yeah. But you see, the endpoint only accepts post options request, receive a get request. So you know, in HTTP, there's different types of methods that you can use to get, post, put, patch, delete. I think, yeah, there's not a way to like you can change it when you're making a regular function, connector function, but it doesn't seem like you can change it in there.
Change it like this. That's maybe why Mark asked me to do two, because if we do two connectors like this, this one is a post.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah.
This one is a post.
Yeah.
So I have my tenant ID. Below I have my client ID. I have secret scope, and remember the other one. I follow what Mark showed me, and they have info. Yes, this client ID, scope, client secret. I get to token, but I'm really
sorry,
not
guys.
sure.
I'm gonna have to drop off this morning anyway, but I talk to you all next week.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, Lorraine. Have a great week.
See you later. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye, Lorraine.
Sorry, Lorraine, real quick. Is there anything that you'd like to cover next week that you have questions on?
No, but I tell you, I'll send you an email at the start of the week whenever I start working back on my Tulip app again next week, if there's anything comes up then. All right, thanks very much.
Yeah, perfect. And sorry, last thing, if there's anyone else from your facility that you'd like to have join that is also using apps, feel free to send me an email and I can add them to the invite.
I will do. Thank you.
Okay, have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Okay. So Lorraine is working from where?
From Ireland, I believe.
From Ireland. Okay.
Yeah.
It's nice. We have new European user.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be growing a lot this year. So yeah,
Really good. Really
yeah.
good. Get back on the thing. So what I'm really not sure is when they ask me to register an app, they send a registration portal. So I try to create a new app. I call it Tulip Factory Talk. Okay, I had no
Yeah.
idea. And after this, we can create some key. So I guess I got the information. I got a secret key. I got some ID, and okay, this is not secret. I'm careful with what I click on. I'm careful.
Yeah.
But there is also a lot of permission to give. So I did this with my my IT manager, and I believe this is enough because it's what I can find on Microsoft API on the Graph Explorer.
Yeah.
But when I use it,
Yeah.
I'm a bit lost. And to be very honest, I'm a bit lost. I'm trying many things, but
Yeah, we need to put together a better guide for Connect because Microsoft is used so regularly. So we need to put like a better step-by-step guide. That would be useful. One thing I'm seeing that you mind if I share my screen real quick?
yes, sorry.
Yeah. So to answer your question about how to access it,
Bearer. Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly. And then this way you can access them.
Okay.
The
I don't move. I'm trying. I'm trying
yeah.
to copy this. A bearer access token.
Yeah, where access token is this input.
I should with the dollars.
Yeah, well, this is a request header. So I think the way you were doing it, it was you would put it like this, bearer token, whereas here you can't select it. But if you do no auth and then add a header.
Add a header.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. You can just do bearer and then like this. Oh.
Okay. Why author? Authorization.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Authorization.
Or maybe let me open it again. Maybe no, it's authorization. Yeah.
Okay. I will try that with this. Access token. And after I will need some logic in my app just to give this access token.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know. Yeah, because I had built a connector to Excel, but I can't see where I get the access token. Yeah, and this was a while ago, so. Yeah, like I said, I think we need to put together a better guide. So we'll work on doing that. But if you have questions, post in that community post in the meantime. And
yes, I tried to put a full answer to Mark and to explain where I am, and I will see his answer because I can see we're making progress, but in the end it's still not working. And I guess this kind of question that I'm asking myself in the future, if other customers they want, if I do it one time, I will be able to guide.
Yeah.
But I also see in the new library there's some connectors. So I watch a few videos from Sagar. So I can see that you are releasing connectors. Why not Microsoft?
Yeah, that would be good. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, like I think you're 100% right. We need to do more connectors, especially to Microsoft and Google, and like very commonly used. I think one thing to bear in mind is that it is like authentication is not the simplest of things. Sometimes there's like different depending on how your Azure is set up, there's like different, you know, kind of settings. So it's not as simple as like, you know, apps, you can import export them. If they're on the same release schedule, it's no problem. But with connectors, it can be a little bit trickier. So that's just one thing to bear in mind.
Yes. I can see I'm fighting with the authorization certificate. It's not about app logic. It's really about just to get access.
Yeah. But yeah, if you continue to work, I'm just taking a look now at the post, and I think it's very good. So I'll ping Mark today to, or I can take a look myself for, yeah.
No problem. It's again, it's not a priority for me, but it's something I kept in mind since a few months.
Yeah. No,
and
having a good guide is important. I think like step-by-step guide is really important.
It is several use case I have in mind. In fact, it's for a planner because many customers they have Microsoft, of course, and if they need to get a reminder, okay, in 7 days you need to do something on Tulip, then they could get this kind of task in planners.
Oh yeah.
And after 7 days, they know, okay, I need to connect back to Tulip to do something. And if they don't have this kind of reminders, okay, Tulip can send email to them, but if they have this task, and I use Planner quite a bit, so I know you will have a reminder, you have due dates, and you have okay, you can follow it. Like that.
Yeah. No, it's a really good use case. Yeah.
And I see Mark in the post I'm talking. I see Mark is using for calendar. So also, why not for, I have some use case with training, and sometimes they need to book some training slots.
Oh yeah.
And if they could do it as well in directly in calendar, it will be, again, it's very seamless.
Yeah. No, when Tulip starts acting as the glue like this for different different systems, I think it's very effective. So yeah, it's important, especially to Microsoft, to connect.
I'm trying to think if I have. I'm not sure I have a special question.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, actually, is Fridays good for you, or is there another time that would be better for you to do these office hours? Because
for me, everything is okay, huh? Bar, restaurant are closed in Thailand, so Friday is still okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll keep it on Fridays. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be growing quite a bit, so we're going to be trying to get more users in.
Okay, I have a general question in my mind. I will soon, maybe visit, maybe just talk with an assembly, a company that is doing assembly, and I don't know, what do you have? Do you have some example in your mind that are maybe not in the library, or really about the best example I have in mind from Tulip is the dental company, Dent Supply. I don't remember it.
Yeah, the use case video.
The use case video. This one is really great. But do you have some other example in mind, like this one? They speak to light, Tulip vision, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'm trying to think of specific examples. I think there's a couple of other videos in the case study. Maybe here, let me just look for them real quick. But
I'm in the process of purchasing my my camera, my depth camera. I'm very happy.
oh, nice, very good.
So
Yeah.
I will be able to create more example, more demo.
Yeah. So maybe I mean, have you looked a little bit on in the case study videos already?
Yes, I've seen where they pick they have
Yeah.
a screen
But
and they do
like for the other companies, you know, there's a couple of other ones in here.
Tulip key studies. Maybe not.
Yeah, so I would recommend looking in there, and then yeah, I mean, you know, assembly is really like actually what Tulip was being used for most, probably like even a couple of years ago. So it's, you know, it's really effective. It's just a matter of communicating it well, and you know, depending, like making sure that they kind of understand it, tailor to their use case. It's also
Yes,
depends who you're speaking
okay.
to.
Yes, I will look at your link. Yes, I know. I think the one I know very well, yes, is Denseply
Yeah,
and Nautic. I remember Nautic.
yeah. I think for assembly, yeah, maybe take a look. The Masks On, which was a COVID project. Maybe Stay Mobile, Rich Brilliant Willing. Maybe Chef Steps. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, I think look in there because there will be a lot of good, good kind of things to pick up on.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, I should check more often the Tulip website. I see you are making some new stuff.
Yeah, yeah, always adding to the blog, to videos and stuff. So yeah, it's.
I see what one web page product roadmap is still under construction.
Yeah.
I refresh sometime.
Yeah, it's yeah, we'll be oh, actually, I meant I taken a note to ask you. So are you aware of the Tulip User Advisory Council?
We talk. I think, or maybe I post something below your post. It
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
first time I heard about it when you
yeah,
posted on community. I was not aware at all
yeah.
before.
So it was started probably 2 years ago, and it's like the top users, Tulip users from around the world meet, and then we kind of share some product updates. I mean, it's actually, it changes quite a lot what we share, but sometimes it's a product roadmap, new features, case studies. Sometimes the company will share how they're using Tulip, share a story, like the design team from Tulip will share some designs for future stuff they're working on. So are you interested in joining? We meet
Maybe,
once a month.
maybe I could be interested. Yes, I'm not exactly sure if I will be able to join. I will try. But even getting all the record or the document, it's
Yeah, well,
important.
it's actually it's kind of like we don't publish it to to the community normally, like and then I changed the setting because there was erroneously I've shared it with everybody, but it's a private like invite only kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, it's, you know, we reserve it for like our top users.
Mm.
We really
Yes.
know to it very
Well,
well.
I think definitely I will be interested.
Yeah.
And you know, Factory Talk and Tulip are partner in Southeast Asia. In fact, we are the only one in Southeast Asia that are promoting Tulip.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm definitely interested.
Okay, okay, and it's at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday, on the last Thursday of the month. So I'll add you to the to the invite. Yeah, I mean, even if you can't make it live, you know, once you're in the group, you can see the recordings included.
Yes. I think it. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
it's really.
No, of course, you've been building such good stuff.
And I think it's important for me to keep the latest update.
Yeah.
And yes, I think at the moment I am let's say up to date with Tulip, reading every release and moving along with Tulip product.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, great.
Good. Well, yeah. Unless there's anything else.
Not that I think about, but it will get. Everyone is starting to get back from vacation. I can feel it. So
Yeah.
I will have more use case in a few weeks for sure.
Perfect. All right. Well, yeah. Great speaking. Happy New Year.
Yes, you too. You
Yeah.
too.
We'll speak. We'll speak next week then, and I'll ping about the Microsoft API.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Joe.
All right. Take care, Apache.
Take care.
Bye bye.